Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode. Today we got a video sponsored by Great Scott, a little bit different, and I got some important notes as well. We're gonna do two comedy bits or comedy audios and 3 songs, and I can't wait to do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a couple of notes I want to go through before we start. But yeah, we're going to do these 2 tracks first. I've pulled everything from YouTube to Spotify so we get the best audio. But again, I wanted to thank Great Scott for sponsoring this video. You guys for being here, for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it because the more we comment, the more we like, the more these videos get pushed out. Usually they just stay, they don't get recommended by YouTube. So I want to encourage that. So we're going to start it off with Stan Freberg, Dawes Butler, and June Foray. This is going to be St. George and the Dragonet from the Capital Singles collection. This is a more like an audio, a comedy bit. The second one is by Stan Freberg as well, Little Blue Riding Hood, from the best of. Then we're going to do the Coasters along Came Jones, from There's a Riot Going On album. Then Allan Sherman, Camp Granada, or also called Hello Muda. And then we're going to do Napoleon XIV, They're Coming to Take Me, Ha-Haaa. From the They're Coming to Take Me, Ha-Haaa album. We're going to go through also the years. There's some information that Great Scott provided me with, but we're going to get there before each song. I'm going to read what Great Scott provided me with, but this is the first one. So this one is going to be very short, but very funny, at least. I've always thought so, and I think most of the crew here, you guys that might remember these would think so too. These are a sample of great comedic songs from the 50s and 60s with popular 45 singles. They get airplay on AM radio in their day or on the early BWTV. So the first 2 are parodies of the Jack Webb police drama Dragonet, which had a popular TV comeback in the late 60s. So let's go with those 2 first. I've never heard these before. I don't know what to expect because they're comedy bits. I don't know, let's just see, let's see what this is about. But again, thank you so much for being here. Let's go with the audio. Here we go.
The legend you are about to hear is true. Only the needle should be changed to protect the record.
This is the countryside. My name is St. George. I'm a knight. Saturday, July 10th, 8:05 p.m. I was working out of the castle on the night watch when a call came in from the chief. A dragon had been devouring maidens. Homicide. My job. Slay him. You call me, Chief?
Yeah, it's the dragon again, devouring maidens. The king's daughter may be next.
Mm-hmm. You got a lead?
Nothing much to go on. Said you take that .45 automatic into the lab to have them check on it?
Yeah. You were right.
I was right?
Yeah. It was a gun. 8:22 p.m. I talked to one of the maidens who had almost been devoured. Could I talk to you, ma'am?
Who are you?
I'm St. George, ma'am. Homicide, ma'am. I want to ask you a few questions, ma'am. I understand you were almost devoured by the ma'am. Is that right, Dragon?
It was terrible. He breathed fire on me. He burned me already.
How can I be sure of that, ma'am?
Believe me, I got it straight from the dragon's mouth.
11:45 p.m. I rode over the King's Highway. I saw a man. Stopped to talk to him. Pardon me, sir. Could I talk to you for just a minute, sir?
Sure, I don't mind.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a knave.
Didn't they pick you up on a 903 last year for stealing tarts?
Yeah? So what, do you want to make a federal case out of it?
No, sir. We heard there was a dragon operating in this neighborhood. We just want to know if you've seen him.
Sure, I seen him.
Mm-hmm. Could you describe him for me?
What's to describe? You see one dragon, you seen them all.
Would you try and remember, sir, just for the record? We just want to get the facts, sir.
Well, he was, he had orange polka dots.
Yes, sir.
Purple feet, breathing fire and smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And one big bloodshot eye right in the middle of his forehead, and like that.
Notice anything unusual about him?
No, he's just a run-of-the-mill dragon, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir, you can go now.
Hey, by the way, how you gonna catch him?
I thought you'd never ask. A dragon net. 3:05 p.m. I was riding back into the courtyard to make my report.
So that's the Dragonet. Oh my god, I love I love this. I can only imagine how this was recorded, you know, I guess live, you know, at not like today where everything gets, you know, you get like 30 tries and this is like one take, I presume. And I think this is something I've seen in a movie that I think what's his name? The actor Peter oh my god. The guy who plays Inspector Clouseau, Peter Pink Panther. He used to do this. And I think I saw this in a movie which was called, yes, The Life and Death of Peter Sellers. I think that's how he started, and to just do radio. And it was very hilarious, and they show it in the movie, and how they would just, you know, like have their microphones, they would stand there live, you know, and it would just do comedy bits like this, and there was a live band playing like these dun 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 dun, like they had their cues, and it was like, man, it must have been so exciting. And I think there's no like crowd, or like, you know how like some of these shows from the 80s and 90s and still today are filmed in front of a live audience, so the laughter that you hear is actually true laughter. It's not like a track. But not all of them. I'm a little bit confused how it works, but this is so good. It's just, I love the dry narration of the humor, and it sounds very noir, you know, like detective kind of thing. But I love that he's like, that he's trying to, like, with a dragon net to catch that dragon, and it's just it's very funny. I like it, you know, I get the humor, and it's super entertaining. I would literally actually listen to this, you know, for fun. Now, you know, like, because I don't listen to too much comedy because I don't find it funny, but this, you know, it's still, I don't know, it's just like, it's so pure, and it doesn't have any kind of like, I don't know, it's just good, you know. Let's keep going.
3:05 p.m. I was riding back into the courtyard to make my report to the lab. Then it happened. It was a dragon.
Hey, I'm the fire-breathing dragon. You must be St. George, right?
Yes, sir.
I see you got one of
Yes,
them new
sir.
45 caliber swords.
That's about the size of it.
You slay me.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
What do you mean?
I'm taking in a 502. You figure it out.
What's the charge?
Devouring maidens out of season.
Out of season? You never pinned that rap on me. Do you hear me, cop?
Yeah, I hear you. I got you in a 412, too.
A 412? What's a 412?
Overacting. Let's go.
Overacting.
On September the 5th, the dragon was tried and convicted. His fire was put out and his maiden devouring license revoked. Maiden devouring out of season is punishable by a term of not less than 50 or more than 300 years.
Oh my god, so cool. I'm so happy that I can, you know, have the lyrics pulled up. I love how he said overacting. Yeah, like, you know, like, hey, you're like doing too much. I love that there was this one scene in Liar Liar. It was a takeout. You could like watch the behind of the scenes of Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, and it's like, I don't know, something is going on, and Jim Carrey's obviously getting very excited and doing his thing, you know, that he does, and then suddenly his actress, she's like, you overactor. Like, it's so hilarious because she kind of like, everybody started laughing, you know, the film crew, all the other people involved in the shot, because he's so, he that's just what he does, you know. So that was really cool. And I love that it's like in this alternate universe, you know, with a 42 like a sword instead of a gun. It's really cool. A lot of fun. All right, so let's do another one. This is also Stan Freberg. And I just love the delivery here, you know, the deadpan, like he's not laughing. He's super serious, even though it's silly. But it's like, I love this pure comedy, you know, it's like there's no swearing in there. It's not necessary, you know, to be funny. That I think that's why I love Jim Gaffigan. He's a stand-up comedian. And he's just hilarious. And he never swears. And not that I don't like swearing. Not that I some comics do need it to be funny, and it is really funny, you know, when they swear. But there's some people that just can't do it without, you know, and that's hilarious as well. Like, you know, they can be funny without saying any kind of bad words. Not that I'm not a fan, or not that I swear pretty badly, you know, but I do appreciate it, you know, like, because everybody can enjoy it, kids, and things like that. So, okay, so Little Blue Riding Hood instead of Red Riding Hood. Let's see what that one is about, and I'm going to pull up the lyrics one more time. Here we go. Okay.
The story of Little Blue Riding Hood is true.
There's no lyrics.
Only the color has been changed to prevent an investigation.
This is the woods. My name is Wednesday. I work out a homicide. Monday, February the 2nd, 10:22 a.m. Bumped into Chicken Licken. Told me the sky was falling. I booked her on a 6:14, turned her over to the psychiatrist. Then a call came in at a 5:03. When I was on my way to the 5:03, a 6:18 came in. I added up the 6:14, the 5:03, and the 6:18, got 1,735. I handed in my paper to the chief. He corrected it, gave me 100%, patted me on the head, told me I was a good cop. 11:45 a.m. it happened. I saw a little girl in a blue hood carrying a basket. I stopped to question her. Pardon me, ma'am. Could I talk to you for just a minute, ma'am?
What about?
Nothing much, ma'am. Just want to ask you a few questions, ma'am. What's your name?
Little Blue Riding Hood.
Where are you going, ma'am?
Grandma's house.
Yes, ma'am. What do you got in the basket?
What are you trying to say? I got something in the basket I shouldn't have?
No, ma'am, I didn't say that.
Then why are you asking me all these questions for?
Just routine, ma'am. We just want to get the facts. May I have a look in that basket, ma'am?
Be my guest.
Let's see. Sawed-off shotgun, knife, bludgeon, box of dum-dum shells. Nothing suspicious here. All right, ma'am, we may want to talk to you later, so don't leave the woods. She skipped on down the path, but she didn't know I'd seen the concealed compartment in the basket. In it...
I love the music in the back because I love older film, and it's just like and bam, like that, you know. I don't know. It's really good. I was that is the way I learned Spanish was with this kind of stuff. But there was a Spanish a Mexican comic called Polo Polo, and he unfortunately passed away 2 years ago or something. But I remember listening to him, and it was just so funny. So it just listened to it, and that way through also watching TV and Spanish TV and stuff, but also the audio, I learned to be like very fluent in Spanish, and yeah, that helped me. So I don't know, I really love audiobooks and audio, and it doesn't have to be music. This is also really a cool medium, you know, of entertainment. So let's continue.
Seen the concealed compartment in the basket. In it, what I'd suspected all along. Goodies. My job, get to Grandma's before she did. I took a shortcut through the strawberry patch. It was sort of a strawberry shortcut. I walked up to the cottage, rang the bell.
Come in, dear.
Even the bell. Dun, dun,
Okay,
dun.
Grandma, it's a raid.
A raid? Why, I'm just a peace-loving old lady. You've got the wrong grandma.
Yes, ma'am. We just want to get the facts. Where'd you get that bump on your head?
The sky fell on me this morning.
I made a note to book her on the 6:14 and turned her over to the psychiatrist. I tied her up, put her in the closet, then I put on the grandma suit and got into bed. Come in, ma'am.
Hello, Grandma. I got the loot. What are you doing in bed?
I'm feeling poorly.
But, Grandma, what big ears you have.
All the better to get the facts. I just want to get the facts, ma'am.
But, Grandma, what a big subpoena you have in your pocket.
All the better to serve you with.
But, Grandma, what a big 38 police special you have pointed at me.
All the better to take you in. You're under arrest. You and your grandma are operating a goodies ring.
A cop. I should have known.
Known what, ma'am?
You look nothing like my grandma. You forgot about the mustache.
But I don't have a mustache.
I know, but Grandma does.
Oh my God.
Well, I see you broke the goodies ring. How'd you get a lead on her, Joe?
I just played a hunch, Frank. It was just a hunch. I played my luck. Sometimes a hunch pays off, sometimes it doesn't. I was just lucky. I just played a hunch, Frank.
What you're trying to say, Joe, is you just played a hunch. A lucky guess. Sometimes a hunch pays off, sometimes it doesn't. You just played a hunch. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Joe?
Yeah, I just played a hunch.
So good. Very, very cool. I love that they've used this, and of course, in movies and video games. There is an amazing video game called Max Payne from like 2001. I don't know, maybe some of you guys might know that. And it's a detective, and basically it's an action game, and you basically, you're like in third person, and you do all these shootouts, but before and after each level, there's like this kind of narration, and it sounds a little bit like this. It sounds like very noir, and detective, but it's very serious, and the way he talks is just very much inspired of this medium, 50s and 60s. And there's another one called, which is funnily from the same company of video games, called Rockstar, and that game is called LA Noire, and that's basically you are a detective, and they did this amazing work with face capturing and stuff, and so it looks very real when they talk, because it's actually filmed and then put into graphics, and it sounds like the game takes place, I think, in the 30s or 40s, and it has that style to it, that like this here, maybe I don't know, maybe it could be in the 40s or 50s, I'm not sure, because yeah, but well, this was a lot of fun, very different. I've been trying to do some more stuff with Alexia, like reacting to comedy. Maybe we could do audio, or we could do video. I mean, there's some good stand-up comics, and maybe we could, try that. But well, now we're gonna get into some music. Now here's the information that Great Scott provided me with. Oh, this is mine. Okay, so the Dragonet, because it said here the Dragnet, that's why I said Dragnet, but the Dragonet. Okay, so this third one has been covered by many times by many people. Let's see here. Comedian songster Ray Stevens covered it on TV with Andy Williams and Danny Thomas. So I don't know if you know those people. Now, by the way, these first, the Dragonet and the Little Blue Riding Hood, they were from 1953, both bits. This is from 1959, and this is called Along Came Jones. Here we go. Or it's also called, wait a minute. Is this correct? The Coasters. Yeah, I just don't want to make I don't want to make a mistake here. Give me 1 second. 254. Yeah, I could be wrong here. Give me just 1 second. I want to check up something because I don't want to make a mistake. Okay. All right. So I got the correct track, and I just wanted to check the link that you sent me, Great Scott. So here we go with the Spotify. There we go.
I plopped down in my easy chair and turned on channel 2. A bad gunslinger called Salty Sam was a chasing post sweet Sue. He trapped her in the old sawmill and said with an evil laugh,
"If you don't give me the deed to your ranch, I'll saw you all in half."
and then he grabbed her, and then he tied her up, and then he turned on the buzzsaw, and then And then along came John, talking John, slow walking John,
Slow talking Joe.
along came lonely legged John. Commercial came on, so I got up to get myself a snack. You should have seen what was going on by the time that I got back. Down in the old abandoned mine, Sweet Sue was a having fits. That villain said,
Give me the deed to your ranch, I'll blow you all to bits.
and then he grabbed her, and then he tied her up, and then he lit the fuse to the dynamite, and then, and then along came John, tall thin John, slow walking John,
Slow talking Joe.
along came lonely legged John. I got so bugged I turned it off and turned on another show. But there was the same old shoot 'em up and the same old rodeo. Salty Sam was trying to stuff Sweet Sue in a burlap sack. He said,
If you don't give me the deed to your ranch, I'm gonna throw you on the railroad track.
and then he grabbed her, and then he tied her up, and then he threw her on the railroad track, and then that train started coming, and then, and then along came John, tall thin John, slow walking John,
Slow talking Joe.
along came lonely legged John, along came lonely legged John.
Oh man, very cool. I love it. So I'm also I have the Spotify pulled up, but I also have the YouTube pulled up, and it says here, if you're still doing this in 2023, 2024, cheers. I absolutely love this. Loved it when I was 17. Now I'm 61. This is 2 years ago, so now he's 63. I love it. The sax solo was played by King Curtis, one of the greatest sax players of all time. The coasters were great, funny, catchy tunes, joyful. Imagine being a teenager in the 50s. What an upbeat time it must have been. And, really, really cool comments. I love it. Really, really positive, and I love it. So I'm going to just, I do want to look at the other comments. Just, to have, let's see, pull it up here, and let's pull it into there. Okay, so let's play that, and so we're gonna have a new track. Give me 1 second. Let's skip this, and I just wanted the comment section to appear. We're gonna play this, Allan Sherman, but I wanted to see what Great Scott had to say about this. I closed the email. I emailed myself with the information because it was on Buy Me a Coffee. All right, so here, it says the fourth is based on classical music taken from the ballet Dance of the Hours from the opera Gioconda by Amilcare Poncinelli. Okay, so that one, Camp Granada, or Hello Muda, Hello Fadu. So let's play it, and I'll read you the comments in a bit. Here we go.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. I went hiking with Joe Spivey. He developed poison ivy. You remember Leonard Skinner? He got ptomaine poisoning last night after dinner. All the counselors hate the waiters, and the lake has alligators, and the head coach wants no sissies, so he reads to us from something called Ulysses. Now I don't want this should scare you.
So that's a book that I do know about, of course, and that's why they're laughing. But yeah, I just love the innocence of it all. You know, it's just so good.
I don't want this should scare you, but my bunkmate has malaria. You remember Jeffrey Hardy? They're about to organize a searching party. Take me home, oh mother, father, take me home. I hate Granada, don't leave me out in the forest where I might get eaten by a bear. Take me home, I promise I will not make noise or mess the house with other boys. Oh, please don't make me stay. I've been here one whole day. Dearest father, darling mother, how's my precious little brother? Let me come home if you miss me. I would even let Aunt Bertha hug and kiss me. Wait a minute, it stopped hailing. Guys are swimming, guys are sailing, playing baseball. Gee, that's better. Mother, father, kindly disregard this letter.
So I think I've heard something similar before, not exactly this version, but to those of you who have seen Austin Powers 3, I guess, and that one came out, I think, 2003 or something. It's already been 20 years or something. And he does something with this guy called Goldmember, who has a very particular accent. I think he's Dutch, and he has like this skin peeling disease. Like, it's hilarious. I don't know, because of all the diseases mentioned, but he does like with the mother and the father. He does something like with the measure, the measure and the faja, my faja. Oh, I'm your Austin Powers faja. Like, just look it up on YouTube. It's hilarious. Goldmember. And yeah, I think he does a little bit here. I think Mike Myers used this as inspiration for the movie. It was very, very funny. Now let's look at the comments here. Let's say Marge is Lisa at Camp Granada. And then vague memories of a dog food commercial brought me here. Okay. Maybe you remember The Simpsons brought me here. Does anybody say anything about Austin Powers? The line about Ulysses has always been my favorite. No, but yeah, mostly of The Simpsons and stuff. All right, cool. So this was super good too. All of these have been fun. So now this last one here, let's see. It says, and the last is just, well, slightly weird but fun. The flip side of the original single had the entirety track played backwards. And the label was a mirror image too. Nice. Okay, enjoy, and thank you so much, Great Scott. And it says you will, and thanks. Thank you so much for the side notes. I appreciate it, you know. And give me 1 second. We just got an email. Just weird. Okay, so this one is They're Coming to Take Me Away, Ha-Haaa, from the album of the same name, 1966. Here we go. And
remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha! You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed. You laughed when I had said that losing you would make me flip my lid. Right? You know you laughed. I heard you laugh. You laughed and then you left. But now you know I'm utterly mad. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. I cooked your food, I cleaned your house, and this is how you pay me back for all my kind, unselfish, loving deeds. Ha? Well, you just wait, they'll find you yet, and when they do, they'll put you in the ASPCA, you mangy mutt. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, to the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take...
wow. Yeah, it was obviously bizarre, you know, and but really cool how they did this whole thing with his voice. You know, it almost seemed like he had, you know, inhaled some helium, but I guess it was just playing it faster, you know, and then kind of slowing it back down. And yeah, but yeah, it was obviously bizarre. I love the cover. It looks like from a movie, Napoleon. But yeah, no, this is a good idea. I think we should do some, let us know, you know, in the comment section if you'd like to see me or Alexia, I mean us together, or me by myself, you know, do like, you know, just, we're trying to come up with our own little skits. We've been working on those, but we do need some kind of editing software. It's incredibly difficult to do on the phone, so we want to do it on the computer. But yeah, the question was if you would like to see us, you know, react to comedy skits, and if you'd watch ours, you know, our own skits that we're trying to work on. We're trying to come up with stuff. But hey, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, you know, just to introduce me to this older stuff, you know, and I really appreciate it, you know. So thank you, Great Scott. Let me know what you think, everyone, in the comment section. Do you remember hearing this, you know, as a kid or as a teen when it came out? And, you know, how do you feel about it now? Is it still, I mean, as funny? I guess because, you know, everybody has their sense of humor. For some reason, the comments were turned off. You know, sometimes videos do that. I'm doing it from the original channel and the link that Great Scott provided me with, so there's nothing to say, unfortunately. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and also tell me about, you know, if you ever saw Peter Sellers doing that, you know, stand-up comedy stuff that he began with, and then I think after that he got more into acting, and I think when he got really famous, I think the first movie was something The Party or something, and then he got the role of Inspector Clouseau, and then he I think he made up this whole like Inspector Clouseau, you know, which I love. I've seen those movies so many times in German, and then I kind of got into the English versions, who are, I think, more funny, because in the German versions I never really got the whole accent that he's pulling, you know, like you know, when there's this really funny part when he says, do you have a massage for me? And the guy's like, oh, you want a massage? Well, you go there in this street and you ask for this, the something, you know, a masseuse. And he's like, no, but I want it from you. It's so funny. And he's like, I don't give massages. You're mistaken. But you gave me one earlier this morning. And then he's like, oh, you mean message? No, you know what I mean, you lunatic. So I just love, you know, Peter Sellers and his like just over exaggerated French, and it just works. Like the character was just pure gold, and also all the falling and tripping, and it was just physical comedy, but it would a lot of I don't know, it was just so fresh and so new, and I love when he would fight Kato, you know, with those nunchucks, and it was just hilarious. I've always loved those movies. They're oldies but goodies. Let me know what you think of those as well. Again, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it very, very much. And again, thank you, Great Scott. See you all in the next one.